If the audio is trash, then this is trash. It's simple as that. I don't care how well you dress it up. If the car won't start, I don't care if it's a Bugatti. You get me? The Comica VM40 combo. Is it worth it? Let's get into it. All right, y'all, so this is something different. I got a stack of products I gotta review. Like, real talk, this is getting kind of out of hand. But this one in particular, a lot of y'all were reaching out and hit me up crazy on my Instagram stories. As soon as I posted it, y'all were like, yo, my guy, we need to know if this is actually good. So today, we're actually about to take a look at the Comica VM40 combo pack. Now this is next level because it's 32-bit float, wireless shotgun mic audio. Hopefully it's not too distracting with what I'm wearing. All right, so like I said, y'all, I'm gonna actually review this in two kind of ways. We're gonna just open this up. Let's see what's included. It's my first time actually getting it. Dual shotgun mic, wireless 32-bit internal recording, as well as wirelessly transmitting it. A lot of y'all that are using like mirrorless cameras and stuff like that, that's why I think this is gonna be a game changer, because you don't want to rock maybe something like a Tascam FR-AV2 with a crazy expensive shotgun mic. So this one actually includes an app. You get the digital analog outputs, intelligent power switch, up to 200-meter working range, which I will test this because honestly, if you're gonna buy it, I wanna use the wireless time code thing. In fact, I actually kind of do my own wireless like microphone solution. I basically take my recorder and I plug it directly into the shotgun mic, and then I run my audio like that. That's how I do it. Even at weddings, I do it the same way. But essentially this would end up replacing that because the Comica does it all for you, and you only need to keep this little guy right here on the camera. So I don't know if this thing has time code. So that's gonna be the cool thing to kind of figure out if it has time code. Right here, looks like we got some windscreens. This one here is, oh, this looks like the dead cat. Yep, so we got, oh man, that's kind of nice. Cable, stuff like that. All right, so that's the top zipper. Nice, simple kind of design. We got a little screen here, record button, safety channel. In the case, we get two of those. We get our shock mounts, two shock mounts here for it. Wow, this literally, I like it. So far, just looking at it, we got a stepless gain knob here on the back end. That's actually really clutch because when you want to adjust the volume levels, you don't have to actually do hard switches. You can just slowly raise the volume, slowly lower the volume. That's wild. This thing is crazy lightweight, which is a good thing. Oh my God, it has an internal battery. This thing feels like nothing, guys. Like, I'm not even joking. It's super lightweight. That's pretty dope. We can power this back off. We'll get into the setup here in a little bit. And then you also get, looks like some ball mounts. Now this is gonna be what you use for like your boom pole and stuff like that. This is what's dope about this thing though, y'all, is that two shotgun mics, one recorder. In a situation like interviews, or maybe you're filming like A cam and B cam and you're in the same room, this would be clutch to get great sound bites going into a recorder or a mixer. Can y'all take me serious? Let me take this off. Let me take this off my head. Oh, right. Okay, now I can breathe a little bit. There is no say of whether or not this is time code, which I'm not gonna knock it because it doesn't have time code according to like the box and the specs, because it still has some pretty impressive features. The fact that you can run two of these into one recorder, I think is a game changer. These things have to sound good. So I'm gonna take this on some shoots. This video is gonna be all over the place. So just watch it, enjoy it, grab some popcorn. I'm gonna even compare it to the mics that I actually use, like my Rode NTG3, my Audio-Technica AT4053. I'm gonna compare all of them together and give you guys my honest feedback as to which one, you know, whether I like this or not, whether you should buy this one or not. We'll compare audio quality, price, features, all that nine. I also want to test range. I also want to test reliability. Is it easy to sync? What's your post-production gonna look like? I'm gonna go over all of that in this video. So hang tight, and yeah, it's gonna be a fun one. Let's get into it. Bless yourself. So right now, we in Chick-fil-A grabbing some food because I'm with my boy Nelson. We getting ready to go do some interviews. So I'm gonna be able to use this mic next to my Audio-Technica AT4053B. How's the audio quality? Like, I don't know how this sounds. I got it plugged directly in. This isn't with the transmitter. So I got the transmitter in my pocket. I'm just doing this hardwired. So now I'm about to go outside just to see how this sounds. And also, this is being shot on the Nikon Z6 III. Keep telling y'all sleeping on Nikon. So I'm outside the Chick-fil-A talking at a regular voice. I'm not really giving y'all my loudest energy. It's literally like 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock in the morning. We started this drive at 5 a.m. I got cars in the drive-thru right behind me, all probably looking at me like, man, this dude is an idiot. All right, so anyways, what my plan is for today is I'm actually going to do this vlog audio test, which I think this is gonna be easy because honestly, I'm right here next to it. But I'm also gonna do a transmitting test. We're also gonna compare the sound to the Audio-Technica AT4053B. This is actually good. We got cars driving by, it's kind of noisy. And then when I get to the studio, I'll be able to listen to all these clips, see how they sound, and I'll give y'all my final kind of should you buy it at the end of the video. So I got a speaker literally right here, so hopefully my monetization ain't going crazy. But I got the Comica mic right here, wirelessly going to Alex, which Alex, show him what you look like real quick. Show him where you at. Boom, there's Alex. One of the Chick-fil-A reps looking at me like, yo, bro, this is not a film set. I need you to get your camera and get out. The YouTube channel is Justin Porter Media. I'm gonna kneel because now I got some obstructions. I got the chair, I got the table. Can you hear me? Now I don't have to worry about time code. I can literally just plug this receiver into the camera and then I can just run up to people like, yo man, how's the sound? Yeah, Tony, you ready for the shoot?
I'm ready.
Just like that, like boom and zoom, and it's lightweight. I like it. Let's see how far I can go. Alex, stay here. All right, I'm still talking into the mic. Alex is still inside right now. I'm at the store. I'm still going. I see Alex, they're outside right now. I see y'all far. Y'all meet me at the car. Is it still connected? This is crazy. It's too early for this. This is what it sounds like in an elevator. So, yeah, I don't know. Does it sound good?
Sound good.
I am at the set, so we just set this up. We got the two reds over there. We're getting ready to do some interviews at a law office. I am running the Comica VM40 with the Audio-Technica AT4053. I have the Comica wirelessly being fed into the Zoom F6. So not only that, but I also have the Sennheiser AVX wireless lapel. I'm gonna be able to show y'all not only a mic to mic comparison, but how does it sound with a lavalier mic thrown in the mix? I've got the levels all set to be the same. So right here, the levels on everything is dialed in to be the exact same. On the mic, because the mic has a stepless gain, I've got it set to about 50% or number 5. So I got the mic on the Comica set to number 5. And one other thing that I really, really like about these things so far, just like right out of the box using it, is that as soon as you plug it into your camera, the mic turns on. And when you cut the camera off, the mic cuts off. That's a feature that we just can't appreciate enough because we always forget to cut the dang mic on. So you be going out trying to get all these great sound bites and then you look down and you're like, dang, I never turned the mic on. Or you never turn the mic off so the battery dies. So I actually had this running for not really sure how long now. It's been a while, but I'm not gonna turn it off until the end of the shoot just to see if it lasts, as well as the receiver. The receiver's been going the whole time too. So I'm excited to see. Let's see. Yo, all right, so real quick, there's also one other thing that I want to talk about these Comica mics that I didn't realize. I'm hardwired into the camera, but then it's also recording internally and it's connected to the receiver at the same time. Like, I know this is overkill, but check this out. I basically can do shotgun mic audio on my camera. I can record the backup track in 32-bit float and wirelessly send the signal to a B camera. One camera's there, one camera's there. So we got A cam, B cam interview set up. I can basically have this shotgun mic overhead like I do here, and then have the recording come to the camera and have the other one hardwired straight into the camera. So like literally, I don't know, it just, to me, it sounds like a really cool feature. Like you got all the options. You don't, by having it plugged in, doesn't cut one thing off. It's pretty sick.
The thing that gets me excited every day, and it might be different for every lawyer, but the thing that gets me excited truly is going in there and fighting. I like to fight. I like to be I like to have the insurance company get a phone call from Daniel Gonzalez, say, oh no, it's him again. That's what I enjoy. I enjoy putting the fear into opposing counsel or insurance companies, and that's what I love.
All right, y'all, so we're back in the studio. I told y'all this video is gonna be all over the place. Like, I think, honestly, when it comes to audio stuff and reviewing microphones, the only way to really know if it's good is to put it through its paces. Coming back from my very first shoot with it, I had it next to my Audio-Technica AT4053, and truly, the Comica holds its own. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I thought literally this mic was not gonna sound nearly as good as it does. But truly, like, just from what I can remember, I'm gonna say that the Comica VM40 actually sounds a little bit better. Here's some of the things that I don't like. First thing is that the receiver, I don't think it's gonna last an entire wedding day. Here's why I say that. It was basically running for close to 7 hours. And as you can see right here, I'm basically at 1 bar of battery life. Now, I'm not saying that that's a deal breaker. You can charge it and use it at the same time. Not the end of the world. Plus, the microphone itself actually records internally. So it's kind of like, all right, whatever, you know what I mean? But I want to point that out. Battery life is a big thing for me. I'm running and gunning. I don't want to worry about my items dying on me. I need it to last 10 plus hours. The second thing that I found out is that the range, even line of sight, is honestly not that good. All right, I'm still talking into the mic. Alex is still inside right now. I don't know off the top of my head what they say. I'm gonna leave the text somewhere around here of what the actual rating is from Comica, what they say that the line of sight range is. But when we were outside the Chick-fil-A, I was excited to play that clip back, and I played it, and it literally was dropping out almost immediately, which is crazy to me because I don't think that was even a congested area. Now, I know these are the 2.4 gigahertz frequency, so obviously a lot of things with transmissions might mess it up, but I would expect it to still perform pretty decent in a situation where there wasn't a lot of like Wi-Fi towers and stuff like that, right? Transmitting is great, but I think the transmitting feature of the VM40 is more of a safety feature, not a actual, this is how you should use it all the time. The reason I'm so hyped up about it is because whenever I use my Nikon, for example, it doesn't have XLR ports, and this is the perfect solution. A lot of people who are using mirrorless cameras, or you don't have that XLR option, the phantom power option to use something like an NTG3. The issue is that you want audio quality that's just as good as an NTG3. One thing I want to point out is I want to talk a little bit about the app because there's some things that I love about it and some stuff that I just found out that really doesn't work, which is kind of strange. The first thing is that when you download the app and you connect it, you actually have to connect it to the receiver. So the only way you get access to the devices, to like the shotgun mics, is if the receiver is in range. So if this gets turned off, you no longer have access to your shotgun mics, which to me, I feel like that's kind of a downfall because the mics themselves transmit to the receiver. I feel like these should be able to be you should be able to connect directly to it. Another thing that I do like though, is that it gives you like a really solid range for the battery life. So right now my receiver has about 20 minutes remaining, while my transmitter, my mic, has about 1 hour and 4 minutes remaining. But you do have the option from the app to trigger recording, so you can stop recording directly from the shotgun mic. You can also turn on your low cut filter, your high frequency boost, which I recommend never add, like this is just across the board, but I don't want the mic to make a permanent decision for me. The low cut filter and the high frequency boost, you can do all of that with some simple EQing once you get to the computer. But the benefit is that if you don't like the way it sounds, you can turn it off. If you add that into the recording, you're stuck with that. And you have a 32-bit float recording, you really don't want to alter that. And then you have the feature to mute the mic, which I don't know if I would ever use that. Like, why would you mute the shotgun mic? It's not like it's on a talent, but it's there if you need it. All right, y'all, so we're at an arcade. I actually wanted to take the VM40 out because it has noise cancellation. So my only way, since I don't have any more weddings for the year, I decided to come out here because it's crazy loud inside. You got people playing all the games, basketball, air hockey, the whole nine. And I wanted to test how good is the noise cancellation and if it's actually usable. But I'm also recording into the mic at 32-bit float. So we can actually compare both of them using the built-in noise cancellation or just adding it in post, which is always my preference. We're gonna figure out which one it sounds better once we get to the computer. So let's go do it. I wanted to basically simulate a wedding reception environment. So I'm literally at an arcade right now. Crazy, but what I want to show you is that this mic also has noise cancellation. All right, so this is the low setting for the noise cancellation. Got my niece here with me. We're just literally vlogging right now. This is what it sounds like. I have no idea. I got the mic hooked up right on top of the camera. We're using the Nikon Z6 III. So right now, I've actually got the setting at high, but I'm also recording into the mic. I don't know how people actually vlog in public. I'm freaking out, and I'm not a shy person. It's crazy loud right now. Again, I got the noise cancellation set to high, and when I stop talking, I'm gonna just show you what it sounds like. And now I'm talking again. This is no post-processing. So I didn't do anything outside of normalizing the levels just to make sure that YouTube doesn't actually boost it itself. So that's the only thing I did. I didn't add any noise reduction, anything else past what the mic is actually doing. Right now, the noise cancellation is off. I'm walking through this arcade. I'm gonna cut it back on. Here's the high setting again. Here's the high setting. We're just checking it. My niece right there. Say what up to the people, Jada. Say what up to the people. All right, and now we're gonna toggle it to the low setting. Now it's set to low. So again, if you want to use the noise cancellation, it's not the microphone, it's the receiver. So if you don't actually have it wirelessly transmitting, you're not going to be able to use that noise cancellation. We're a good arm length and a half away. I'm trying to see how the mic sounds from a little bit of a distance in a noisy situation. This is what it would be like if I was like doing cocktail hour at a wedding and I'm trying to get interviews at the exact same time. So I don't even know if this actually sounds good. We're going to have to put this in the computer to find out. Look, Jada, look. All right, so this is what I mean by how convenient it is. I literally just popped the microphone off. It's now transmitting still because I had the receiver plugged into the camera this whole time, but now I got the mic super close to me. So now I'm able to talk and actually really give you like crystal clear audio. We're gonna turn the noise cancellation back on to high. So this is what it sounds like high and now like literally in frame right in front of me. One thing I do want to make sure you guys remember is that in order to use the denoise feature, that's when you're transmitting the audio to the receiver. So the microphone recording at 32-bit float does not have that denoise built in. The denoise is actually at the receiver level. And hopefully this was enough audio comparisons that really got y'all like, all right, I like it.
We out.
What'd you think of the mic?
I don't know.
So right now, I've actually got the setting at high, but I'm also recording into the mic. This is the part that really blows my mind. It's literally plugged into the camera with the receiver, and the receiver is what controls the noise cancellation. So the mic itself doesn't actually have noise cancellation. You have to transmit the signal to the receivers. So here's where I stand with the Comica VM40. First off, let's talk price. For $249, you can get the standalone mic with 32-bit float internal recording that wirelessly transmits to the receiver for basically $300 with tax. Like, I think that's a huge deal. One, because it sounds amazing. It's cheap enough where you guys can get a pro level sound, but it also gives you 32-bit float because let's be real, a lot of y'all are not balancing audio correctly. You're relying on 32-bit float to just do the work for you. And I get it. On the flip side of that, for $399, you can actually get two mics that transmit to one receiver, which to me, I think is a steal. For almost $400, you literally get the best possible A/B cam mic solution. Maybe you're doing a podcast, maybe you're doing a two-person interview, maybe you got two cameras and you want both cameras to have the same audio in camera without syncing, you're not using time code. I think that's a game changer. For the price, I think it's worth it, but there are a few things that I gotta bring up to y'all that I'm not a big fan of. And the first thing is gonna be battery life. Now on their website, they say you get 32 hours of standalone battery life or up to 10 hours in wired or wireless mode. And I'm gonna be real, these things almost always die on me. Like they're not dying while I'm shooting. So I don't know if I got a bad set. I don't know if the batteries are just self-draining. Like that's very frustrating because when I think that I charge it up, I got a full day of shooting and then I look and I'm already starting with 50%. That's very annoying. And that didn't just happen today. That happened almost every time I use these microphones. So it consistently kept dying. This is another thing that's kind of dumb. I know I talked to Dustin Armstrong a little bit about it before he dropped his video. Same exact situation. The mic basically, it sucks at transmitting. Like the only scenario that I would say it actually shines in is in a situation just like this. You're getting down, you're trying to do a one-person interview. Maybe you're sitting down, you're trying to do some YouTube videos or just something where you're gonna be in close proximity. But literally a few of my tests, like the very first one when we went out to Chick-fil-A, almost immediately we started hearing it drop out. Like I wasn't even but maybe 50 feet away. That's probably the biggest downfall. But again, I don't think that that's a deal breaker because what I envision this microphone being used for, I think is perfect for interview scenarios, especially when you're trying to get a little bit closer to the person. Maybe you want to quickly pop the mic off and boom it out and hold it. I don't have any XLR cables. I don't have a recorder. The other benefit is I don't even need to run time code because it's wirelessly sending the signal straight to my camera. Let me be sure to say this. It would be nice if you could actually get a good distance in the transmission, because I could see myself wirelessly booming for some short film type of stuff. It's just unreliable. And because you don't know what's happening, you don't want to be in a situation where audio is king and then you either forget to record into the mic or you're relying on that transmission and it has these dropouts. Always, if I could just grab your head and just always put your audio effects on in post. The Comica VM40 actually has a noise canceling feature and it's trash. Like low, high, just garbage. Don't use it. It literally sounds like the worst amount of compression applied and noise reduction that you can possibly get. It's so strong at high that is literally unusable. You basically have to have the mic directly in front of you in the shot. And then at low, you can still hear it fighting with the foreground and background. Like, it's just not a really good noise cancellation. Honestly, I feel like the noise cancellation that you get inside DaVinci Resolve, the voice isolation, or your built-in features inside most editors, that's gonna be way better, and you can control the intensity basically on a percentage level from 0 to 100. The Comica VM40 to me is the best alternative because you don't have to worry about setting proper gain levels in your camera. You don't also have to rely on the noise floor of your camera because the microphone itself records in 32-bit flow, which is huge for things that I film like events or weddings where you don't know if somebody's gonna be crazy low or if they're just gonna come at you with full Justin energy screaming. That 32-bit flow is gonna save you every time, period. I think this mic is built on great intentions and it's only gonna get better from here. This is the first version from Comica. I'm shocked that Comica is the first one to drop something like this, but I'm excited to see what they do next. They didn't pay me to make this video. They offered it to me. I said, you know what, that sounds very interesting. I said, send it on over, let me see. And this is my honest feedback. They also aren't watching this video before it's uploaded, so there's that. If y'all have any questions that I didn't answer, be sure to drop them in the comment section down below. And until the next video, y'all, keep creating, and I will see you in the next one.